all about pets. We're all about fun. We have the nicest people. Our deals are number one. You'll love Dave's, Minnesota and Pet City. We make shopping for your pet fun, 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 fun.
We're filming. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dave's Pet Show. So I'm here with Laurie, and we have some of the coolest critters.
Skinny pigs. Skinny pigs.
They're named after us.
Yeah, right. They are semi-hairless, which means...
They're definitely named after me.
Which means that they have to be kept a little bit warmer. They eat a little bit more because their metabolism has to keep up with their their skin. They sunburn easier, overheat easier.
This is more and more like me.
Yeah.
That's why I have to eat more cupcakes.
Yeah, right, yep.
Yes,
me
absolutely.
Me too. But the personalities are the same. They're great pets.
So let's see if we can get in here and show that they're basically...
Yep. See, they're just...
Yeah.
Like...
And see his leg. Wow.
And his stomach, I don't know if he'll let me, but his stomach is, their stomachs are, oh, you don't want it, are completely bald. Can you get, hi.
So how do they breed these guys to get them like that?
That, I would say they would have to get a male and a female hairless and breed them.
Because there are hairless.
Yes.
So if you bred maybe a hairless with a
maybe
a
like
full,
yeah.
Yeah. So these are bred by a friend of mine who's been in the pet business forever, who used to work for one of our distributors.
Yes.
And she has a store, and she went into the breeding business. So a lot of my friends get these guys, and she has some unique.
Very, very unique.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Unique,
very interesting.
Great stuff. So the difference between temperament-wise, there's no difference between this and a regular guinea pig.
No, their personalities, their temperament are basically the same. They're not nippy. They're very social.
Yeah.
They just are more susceptible to because they have so much less hair. They eat a little more, so you'll have to maintain the cage a little bit.
That they eat more. I like that.
But otherwise, just keep an eye on them, and they'll be fine. You know?
So I know we did guinea pigs a couple weeks ago. Again, guinea pigs I'm not going to say next to dogs and cats, but guinea pigs are just, if you can't have a dog or a cat, a guinea pig is just such a wonderful,
yes.
No offense that I would pushing dogs and cats over you, but they're wonderful, right?
Yep, they are. And these are good for people with allergies or something like that, or that are allergic to the guinea pigs, because a lot of people are.
Are they really?
Yes.
For the hair from the guinea pig?
Yes.
Or the fur? Do they have
fur
or hair?
It's the fur. Sometimes it's even the Timothy hay.
Really?
Yep. But these guys, I mean...
those people are dumb.
But yeah, for people with allergies or asthma or something like that, these guys would be much better.
Yeah, and
not so much.
That's nothing to sneeze at.
No, right. That's right.
Right. So let's go over the care and what kind of who you would put these in and.
You can start. All right. I'm going to just set him down.
Put him down.
Yeah, because he's getting. Here you go.
Yep.
You can start off with our starter kit, our complete guinea pig kit. It actually has everything you need. Eventually, they are going to double in size, so you're going to have to upgrade to a bigger cage. This has food and bedding and everything you need to start with. Then I would start going with the oxbow, young guinea pig.
Switch it back that way. Yep.
Young guinea pig food. That is the best. We use the Carefresh, which again is the best. It's absorbent. It keeps the odor down.
And we have the best price in the world on Carefresh, by the way.
Yep.
We buy it almost by the truckload. We sell so much of it. Pallets. So we have a great price.
And other than that, maintain their, keep an eye on them, maintain their cage spot clean every day, especially with the skinny pigs, because the more you eat, the more waste
you poop.
Right, exactly.
Right?
So just spot clean it every day. Fresh
You get a little
water every
sifter.
day. Yep. We have a little scoop. You can buy a little tiny dustpan, scoop it out.
Yeah. And who else? Do we get other? Who else
We-
do we get from her? Do we get gerbils and stuff from her?
No, we didn't. Right now we just got the skinny pigs.
Yeah.
Because our
pretty
hamster.
full.
Yeah, we're pretty full. But these are great guys.
And
girls.
all the stores have these, folks.
Yes.
Everybody bought them.
Yep, everybody bought them.
Yep. I'm just looking at them, staring at us. Huh? And so look at the ears. Aren't
Yep.
the ears something?
Little Dumbo ears.
Yeah. Huh?
They're cute.
Wow.
But yeah, they're very cute.
So these are also way more expensive than a regular guinea
Yeah.
pig because they're so much harder to breed.
Yes.
And again, one of the things that I really love about this is I know who bred them. So
We know.
it's a
yep.
big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. It's a very
Right?
big deal.
Yeah, I know who bred them,
Yep.
so they just come from great places.
Yep.
So going back, in case someone missed the show a couple weeks ago, the guinea pigs are best onesies or a pair.
I say one. I say one because they're very social. You
Yeah.
take them out. You spend a lot of time with them. They'll
Yeah.
sit in your lap. You can get two.
Make sure they're the same sex.
Yeah,
Unless you
absolutely.
want to be selling us guinea pigs.
Yeah, yeah, and you will be.
Yeah.
Two males. If you get two males, sometimes one always likes to be dominant. So sometimes there's problems there.
Yeah. How about two females?
Two females, they're pretty good. If you buy them,
Except they're always rearranging the.
Yes, yes. If you buy them together.
Right. Come home and the couch is this way.
Yeah,
and
there
then
you
it's
go.
that way,
Yep,
and
they're always
the
yeah,
paintings,
yeah,
they're always
yep.
rearranging.
They're always rearranging.
Right. And they live for 6-8 years.
So I've had customers come in and say they've had them for 6-7 years,
Yep.
which is a good lifespan.
Yeah, it's a great lifespan. And you know what? We have never heard of one biting.
Nope.
Right? They just
Nope.
have great personalities. The more you hold them, the better. And then we even have some people come in with the little harnesses.
Oh,
that
yep.
take
They
them-
take them
take
for
a
walks,
walk.
sure. And
Right.
that's what they love, you know.
I'm looking at who's that under there? Dwarf hamsters under there?
Yeah, there's a dwarf hamster. I think it's it's a little Chinese dwarf hamster. Where is he? Oh yeah, he's digging.
Yeah, he's digging. He's trying to dig through the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not very bright.
No.
But nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cute.
Right. So what else should we tell people about? You should get these.
Like I said, feed them. You can feed them vegetables, like the same as the other guinea pigs. These guys got green pepper, which is a great source of vitamin C for them. Carrot, romaine lettuce. I give them a little bit of orange sometimes. Apple. They love all this stuff.
Oranges they love, right?
They do, and that's a great source of vitamin C for them, which they need.
Right.
And other than that,
How about a little smoothie?
sure, yeah.
That's what you should do we got to wrap that up, huh? With the smoothie one. All
Little
right.
smoothie,
Don't
yeah.
go away. Matt's got some more creepy crawlers when we come back. So we'll be back in just a minute. Hey folks, if you use Blue Buffalo, and zillions of people do, it's a great food, the only place that you should buy your Blue Buffalo is at Dave's because we have the best prices. One of the things that we have that nobody else has for Blue Buffalo is after you buy 10 bags, you get your 11th bag free of the same size. So buy 10, get one free at Blue Buffalo, only at Dave's. Hey folks, it's Dave from Dave's Soda in Pet City. Natural Balance is one of my favorite foods. It is a phenomenal food if your dog or cat needs a limited ingredient diet. A lot of dogs with food allergies require a limited amount of ingredients in their food. That's what Natural Balance does best. And Dave's has the best prices in the world on Natural Balance. Hey everybody, we are back, and let's see, we're in living color, so because we can change quickly.
Oh,
And
yeah.
What have you here, Matthew?
Isn't this guy adorable? This is awesome. This is a Chinese water dragon, and it's just a baby right now, but he is going to grow. He's a little jumpy, so just be careful.
Yes.
He might jump, but he won't hurt you. He's actually quite harmless.
He's not going to jump up on me and
He
tear my
won't go.
face
He
off?
won't tear your throat out or anything like that. I promise. He's growling at you,
I
but
can,
he
I
won't.
can see those teeth.
Yeah, he wants to chomp you. He is a baby. He's going to get one of our bigger lizards. He can push up to about 3 feet. So it's not quite as large as the iguanas, which we don't sell. This is a better substitute because they're a little more passive. Plus, it's actually quite pretty. But he does grow quite big. It's called a water dragon because, of course, he likes water.
And he breathes fire.
And he breathes fire, and he can fire and ice right there. So
Right.
it's pretty cool. This is actually interesting fellow because you can actually
look at that
set
tail.
him. Yep, look at the tail. Isn't that pretty? The tail is like 2/3 of the body length right there. So he'll have a shorter body and a really, really,
Does
really
his tail
long
pop
tail.
off if you pull?
Any of them can. This not so much, but I would never recommend
'Cause I'm
ever
sorta-
grabbing.
I don't want him jumping.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, things like that is fine, but you never want to
Yeah.
really yank it because
Yeah.
that can actually,
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
uncomfortable, and two,
Oh, he's resting.
But
He's resting
he's
his
resting.
chin on my hand.
he is resting. He likes you. Look at that. See, he found a comfortable spot.
Go sleepy.
He
It's
is
nap time.
sleepy. They're, of course, from where you find, these are all captive bred, of course, but you would find them in, if you were to go and look for one in the wild, they'd be in the parts of China, the warmer parts. So this fellow right here loves to live, of course,
How
he's
do
a
we
water
know it's a
dragon.
fella?
Well, we can take a look.
Oh, he
There he goes. Actually,
was
we can,
sound asleep.
I woke him up. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. See ya, we woke him up. Oh, and I lost my microphone. Look at that. I'm a mess right now. Hold on one second. Technical.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
glitch.
Calm
I'm just
down.
gonna have to hold it by-
You were nice and calm until Uncle
I woke
Matthew
him up. Sorry
came
about
over
that.
and woke you up. Go
But-
back to sleep.
Tells you that they can move pretty quickly. So they can move, but like I said, they're not lightning fast, so you can catch them. Just cup them and grab them. This guy here,
Sure.
he'll live in a cage with a setup. He'd like a little bit more spacious cage.
I guess.
And a little bit spacious cage like the tank we have up there.
Since he likes to do laps.
He likes to lapse and run. Perfect escape pattern right there. They like to live up in trees, so stuff that they can climb in, branches, things like that, and of course water. They love water. So a great setup for this guy is if you have a 75-gallon river tank, a little bit of water, moving water on one side, some plants and trees hanging over that you can climb
What's
in.
our snake?
Oh, she's right in front of you. She's right over there.
Oh, I just realized. I looked
Yeah.
over and
oh,
said,
yeah. We're moving that tank out and moving this
Oh, all
one
right.
in. So
Okay.
we're just doing a little
I hate to
rearranging
change the
here.
subject.
That's
Yeah.
all right, but she's watching
Right.
you over there.
She is watching
She
me.
remembers you. He's looking. But these guys live in.
That's the snake that almost took my head off.
It was ugly. They like warm. These guys like it a little warm. 85 degrees with moderate humidity with the water, because of course they live around water. UVB light and some daylight blue. That'll keep the temperature
So
up.
you need two light bulbs.
Two lights with these guys, because UVB light is great for lizards, just like sunlight gives them helps them with their metabolism, their growth. This, of course, is just going to give them their warmth that they need.
So the hoods have two lights in them?
Yep, this right here is a dual light bulb right here that you
All right,
can
so
run.
hold it like.
Yep, you can hold it just
sort
like
of-
that,
Yep.
and you can actually have both. And this clamps with any of the reptile lighting. Always have a cool-off side, so you put your lights to one side of the tank. So you have a hot side and a cool side. So if it warms up, they can regulate their temperature and cooling
Yep.
off. Or
Yep.
maybe put the water on the other side.
Okay.
Of course, you can always use a mister in there. This is a reptifogger, helps keep the environment
If
little.
you have a female lizard, do you have to have a missus? Or you have to have a mister?
You have to have a mister. Either way, you have a mister for the missus.
Just checking.
Gotcha. But these guys are.
Wait a minute. So bring that out again. Hold it
Okay.
still, because that's cool.
Okay, this is cool, and this is for any reptiles that like humidity or water. This, especially
Here, so hold it
chameleons.
like this,
Yep,
'cause
hold it
he's
like
gotta-
that.
he's
Just got to
gotta
get
see
that
it.
in.
Right.
Yep, this is going to actually give you a humid environment. It's going to. A lot of these lizards don't really drink out of bowls. We give them bowls for mainly to flop in and cool
Yeah.
off. But a lot of these lizards will actually get the moisture off the leaves and decorations in the plants. They'll lick it off. So this sort of gives everything that dew or that moisture on the plant, and they can drink. Gives them a little more
So this
drinking
missed the other stuff in the tank.
Right. It misses everything, gives it a humid environment. Sort of like if you have a rainforest. Chameleons love this because they need that more humid. Some of the chameleons need that humid environment.
Yep.
So this is a very handy tool.
So that sits outside the
Sits
tank.
outside, and it's just a tube that goes in, pumps, humidifies.
Oh, that's very
It's like
cool.
a humidifier that you
Yeah.
would use for the most part. So it's actually a very cool, very handy tool. Very neat tool.
And what? How about food?
Okay, food.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa,
he's climbing
whoa,
there.
whoa,
Yep,
whoa,
food.
whoa.
These guys eat mainly
Whoa, whoa.
vegetables. So
Whoa,
you're going
go
to
back
have
to sleep. Go back to sleep.
You're going to feed him a mix of the turnip tops work great, the tops of the carrots, little bits of carrots themselves.
Turnip tops?
You know, the tops, the green parts of the turnips?
Yeah.
That's what they like, any of the green vegetation. Of course, lettuce just goes through them. It really doesn't do anything. But they'll also eat crickets, bugs, and when they get to a larger size, because they live the water, they will take a small fish when they grow to a large size. So feeder fish, but mainly vegetation, mixture of diet, crickets.
Yep.
Variation, just a mixture of stuff.
No added calcium or...
You can on the crickets if you want. Won't never hurt.
Yeah.
But with the proper diet and proper lighting, a lot of the times that's just not necessary.
Yep.
But like I said, in a taller tank or a wider tank, they do like to hang out in trees. They like to
ambush their...
They do. They ambush. They jump down and they can catch their prey. They see a bug down there, they jump in. And also, it's a defense. If they're living alongside the stream where they live in the wild, something scares them in the tree.
Crocodiles.
They jump into the river and they can swim. They can escape.
Oh,
And
he's a good swimmer.
They're great swimmers. That water dragon. They can stay underwater, completely submerged for up to
So
a
you
half
can
an
give
hour.
him a bath.
Yep, they
How
love
cool is
water.
that?
Yep, they love water. Hence the name water. They can stay underwater, fully submerged for 20 minutes.
Really?
So it's a pretty, like I said,
keeping
it's
him
pretty
warm,
versatile.
'cause
He's
'cause
keeping them
it's-
warm.
Right? I mean, he's like calmed down now.
Either that, he's just like, oh my God, what's he doing to me?
No, I think
Look
he's
at his-
good. I think
yeah,
he's cool.
Good. He's good. He's doing well.
Yeah, there's no...
He's doing well. As you can see, they are not a biter. They're not a tail whipper or anything like that. So this is a really kind of a fun lizard to keep. You can actually take them out and interact with them. If you could, like I said, with just the equipment, with the proper equipment you see here, he's really not a difficult one to keep. And plus, you can, because where he lives, you can create a really neat environment for him. You can even mix in maybe a bigger fish
All
in
the
there.
stores
in the water
have
set.
these?
These are common animal that we always carry. All these guys carry.
And how
them.
much is this?
This particular one here is, you can get him for big bargain price of $17.99.
Really? That's it?
That's it. Not an expensive one. This is a lower priced lizard.
You know why?
Why?
They imported them from China. They used to be much more expensive when they were made
They're
here.
made in the U.S., but
Right,
you know,
but then they outsourced everything to China, and the price just went.
it's just dumbing it down. Yeah,
Way
but
down.
like I said, we're still watching the quality control, and so far they're doing a good job.
Yes. Yes. Are we almost out of time with it? Yes, we are. All right, don't go away, folks. Chris and I will be back in just a moment. All right.
Okay.
Well, hello, everybody. And by the time you see this, it'll be Christmas is long gone. Happy New Year. We're almost ready for Memorial Day, probably, but I think not. So we are here in our bird room in Agawam with Lori, and we, of course, got wiped out for Christmas.
Yes, we did. We have, yes.
But we haven't talked about birds in a long time.
Nope.
So we don't sell any big birds anymore, but we still sell canaries and...
We have canaries, parakeets, zebra finches, which
Right.
are great sellers,
Right.
society finches. We have 2 baby cockatiels and 6 Java finches.
What is it? So what I want to talk about, and we don't hardly have any because we got wiped out. And then what happens in the winter is, if it's too cold, they won't
They
ship
won't
the bird.
ship.
Obviously,
Yep.
they won't ship the birds, and the birds' wings get frozen and they can't fly. So it's not a pretty sight.
Nope.
But anyway, my buddy Tony came in.
Yes.
And got some canary, and I saw him the other day. He's
Is he
like,
ha-
he's in heaven.
Good.
And now forget about giving him to his father. You know, he wants
Oh.
them for his own. So talk to me about canaries.
Canaries are great little birds. They're fun to watch. They're not a bird that you can really take out, cuddle with.
Right.
The males will sing beautiful, especially if you have a pair, if you have a male and a female.
Yeah.
The male will sing. He'll sing gorgeous.
Is that about attracting the?
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of attracting the male.
So
female.
there's a couple different colors of canaries.
Yep. This one is a yellow canary right
Yep,
here.
yep.
This one, I believe, is kind of like a cross between a red factor and a yellow.
So what
Because
is a
it's got-
red factor?
They're like a, I don't even know.
They're
like
just genetically bred.
yes. They're
like
like a
masked
reddish.
fish?
Yeah, they're a reddish color. They're beautiful, beautiful
Yep.
birds. But you have to feed them special red factor food to keep the color.
Oh,
Otherwise,
special
they
color
will
food.
act. Yeah, so
They
they
go
will
back?
actually turn to that color.
So talk to me about the health, the well-being. You know what it takes to care for a canary.
Good. Canaries are not hard to care for. Just give them a good diet.
Yep.
Keep them warm. Usually a decent temperature.
It's nice and warm in here, huh?
Yes, it is extremely.
Right.
And they will live a good life.
How long do they live?
They will
300 years?
live. They'll live a few years, maybe
Yep.
5 years, 6 years.
Now, I have heard some people buy a canary, they get it home, and they don't sing.
You know what? It takes a while. You have to give them a while to settle in.
Right. So Tony's birds are singing like 2
See
days.
that? Yep. See.
Do they sing better if they're alone or with?
If
with
you're gonna just buy one male.
Yeah.
If
Because
you're gonna,
females don't sing,
the
right?
females do not sing. The male will sing to the female
Yep.
if you buy a pair.
Yep.
But just the males sing.
Right. And if you buy 2 males, will they sing?
Well, these guys are 2 males, and I haven't heard them sing yet.
Right. Right. So you need a male and a female. So
Usually.
now the age-old question: how do you tell the difference between a male and a female?
The only way, the easiest way, is the males will sing. It's extremely hard unless you can
Surgically
sometimes
sex
tell.
it?
Yeah.
So if someone comes in and says, "I want a male and a female," how do we know?
Very hard, because we had a pair in here that was supposed to be 2 males.
Yep.
One turned out to be a female. She actually started laying eggs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can somebody breed these at home?
You can. It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah, breeding is this whole nother
Right.
very, it's 50-50.
Right. 25 years ago maybe, we set up a breeding room for parrots in our Carew Street store.
Wow.
Not one egg.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many thousands
Yeah.
of dollars, and how you don't think about it. So you get all the right stuff.
Yeah.
The cages, the barrel. We had barrels for them. We did everything.
Yeah,
This whole room.
yeah.
It's every day feeding and
Absolutely,
cleaning
yep, yep.
and making sure that everything is all right,
Yep.
and that not even a
Not
single,
one nope.
nothing.
Nothing. Nope. Sometimes it's just best to let nature take
Yeah.
its course.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes even with a male and
Right.
a female, it doesn't always work.
So there's canary food, and if
Yes.
you get a red factor, you have to get color food.
Yeah, you have to get. I believe it's Quicko,
Yeah.
especially for red factors.
Yep.
You can either add that in with their seed here, or
Yep.
you can put it in a separate dish for them.
Okay.
The red factors.
Here's the only pain in the neck stuff about small birds is they're so messy.
Extremely messy. They are messy.
Right.
Extremely messy.
Right. So you get a cage, and it's constantly scraping down.
Yep. Well, and not only that, they make a mess because they pick out what they like, and the rest
And
goes on the floor.
they just
Yep.
throw it all over the
Yep.
place, right?
Yep.
Right. So let's move over, and we hardly have any in here.
Yep. There's a few on the bottom.
Right, but parakeet, yeah, and you know what's really cool is the bird business sort of tanked, but this year it's starting to pick up again,
Yep.
and the unfortunate part is, like Matt always says with fish, is kids aren't into them anymore because they're into video and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But They're
Exactly.
just,
Nope.
you know,
And it's
we're
too
taking
bad.
care of
Yep.
Yeah, it is. So
bad.
parakeets are,
Parakeets are great little birds.
Yep.
You can actually teach them almost anything a big bird will do. You can teach them to step up. They'll get on your shoulder. You can teach them to talk.
Yep.
You just have to really listen because it's very low. They're very active, very playful birds. They're
Yep.
very. I like them. I love them.
and you know
They're very
what,
cute.
so these, when they're real babies, because sometimes people get angry at us, you can't tell the sex.
You can't.
Right?
It's
called
very
the
hard.
sear
Yep.
on the top of.
The males is a dark, almost like a purple color. The
Yep.
females is very light. Some of these guys are just so young when we get them in, it's hard to tell.
Right. They're like 3 hours old when we get them
Yeah.
in here. They're
very young.
So parakeets are easy to take care of.
Yep, pretty
what
easy.
kills parakeets is not so much the temperature in the house, it's drafts.
It's
right?
draft. No drafts. Don't put them over a vent. Anything drafty. No drafty windows.
Yep.
Anywhere where a vent will come up and dust.
Yep.
Anything like that. Even
Right.
with the big birds.
Right.
You know.
But so they're in an enclosed cage here, folks. They're not in a completely open cage. And, it's a number of reasons. We do it for number one. It's just would be impossible to keep everything clean. With
yeah,
all these,
everything is
And then
yeah.
people would come in and the place would look like
Yep.
so we keep them in these store use
Yep.
cages, which are a little bit easier. But the parakeets come out. We clip their wings.
Yes, clip
right.
their
so
wings,
let's talk
do their
about
nails.
let's talk about
Yep.
that. How important that is.
It is. I think it's important. A lot of people. It's a personal choice.
Yep.
They're clipped when they leave here.
Yep.
Then after that, I have a green cheek conure at home. I keep her wings clipped. just for the fact that we live in Granville in the woods. There's woods all over. If
Yeah.
she ever flew out the door, I'd lose her.
Right.
I've heard of people losing their birds actually flying out the door,
Yeah.
flying into a window.
So you clip, there's
anything.
the flight feathers
Yep.
that actually grow back.
And
right?
they do grow back. So usually every 8 weeks,
Yep.
2
You
to
have to do a
3
little
months,
clipping.
you have to clip them again.
And same thing with the toenails, right?
Yep, the toenails,
So
yes.
here's why the toenails are important, folks. So the toenails, if you don't clip them, they'll grow so much they can't stand
They
on the
can't
perch.
stand on the perch. Yep. They will curl right around and grow into the toe.
Right, right. So Keats are inexpensive.
Yep, they're $21.99.
$21.99, a cage, a decent sized cage. And here's where we won't carry really small cages. So sometimes you can go to one of the big box stores and buy a setup. We just won't carry that size cage
No,
it's
because
not.
I don't.
It's
No, I never recommend it.
yeah, it's just not good for the
No,
birds.
no.
So we have a little bit bigger cage,
Yep.
which is what you should buy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so you need millet. We
You need.
use
They
lots of
love
millet.
millet. Yeah, millet is like candy to these guys. They love
Yeah,
it.
but it's good for 'em.
It's good for some. You don't want to give them too much because they'll eat just the millet and not their food.
Right, not their food.
Toys. They're very active, so you
Yep.
want to put some toys in there.
And there's a reason why you want to put toys. Another reason is so in case they get nervous. Sometimes instead of plucking, they always have
There was
something
something
to
yep,
right.
exactly.
And you can even come in. A lot of people do this and buy 3 or 4 or 5 different toys, and then every week you rotate
Yep.
the toys. So
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So they don't.
That's what
they
I
don't
do.
get bored.
Yep. So they don't get bored.
Right.
Yep, because the minute they start getting bored,
They start
if you're not,
plucking.
if you're not handling them and take them out and socializing them, they'll start plucking. You'll start
Yep.
having issues.
Yep. Okay, so I hope we learned a little bit about parakeets and canaries. Don't go away, folks. Laurie and I are going to talk about some other little critters. Hey folks, it's Dave from Dave's Soda in Pet City. If you want a truly all-natural food, you only have one choice. It's Nature's Logic. There is absolutely no synthetic anything in this food. No synthetic vitamins. It's the only food in the planet that can make that claim. It's a fabulous food, Nature's Logic. I love it at Dave's. Hi folks, if your dog has a food allergy, you should try California Natural Dry Food. It has the fewest ingredients and is the most limited ingredient diet you can buy. California Natural at Dave.
Hey! Yaha! Hi, fellas. What's up?